Hello, today we're going to go over WiseSoft Bulk AD Users. It's a great free tool that allows you to manage all of your Active Directory users at once. It has features that help you select multiple users from OUs, groups, lists, and even customizable queries. And once you have those users selected, you can export, disable, move, and edit their attributes. We'll get started by downloading and installing on a Windows machine. I have the link below, so you should be able to click and follow along. Let's start downloading. So again, you just save it. It's a quick install, little zip folder here. And then there's your application. Now it's free. You have to register and get a registration code through the site to use the software without this nag. You can always click register later to get started. And that's it, you're in. Now I'll show you some of the features. All right, so we swapped over to a full screen view of this server. And we have WiseSoft open. And let's get some users from an OU. Now when you select this OU icon, it'll list every OU in your domain. And we'll get our users who are in staff and list them here. Now you see it listed the username, password, status, first name, initials, and home page. You can change what it lists by selecting properties to load. Pick and choose what you want here. I'm kind of keeping our users' email and last names confidential for this video, so I unselected those. But again, you can select whatever you need to modify or update. Save that, it'll reload your users, and go from there. So you have a few options once your users are loaded. All your loaded users here you can enable, disable, unlock, and it'll apply this enable, disable, or unlock to all the users listed. We have 39 here. You can export the users to an Excel or CSV list. You can update these users with an existing CSV list, or you can just go ahead and modify information right in the grid here. So to do that, you would click this Allow Modifications icon, and let's change these initials to, let's just remove them. Then there's a little cog here to apply the modifications. It'll tell you it applied it to one user. Now if we would have changed several attributes in our list, it would have changed it for all of them. You could roll back. This is your last chance to change back to the settings before you changed them. And it gives you a little list here. You can view failures and warnings if they're there. And other than that, looks like we have all green, so we're good to go. So we're going to close out, and you see the initials are now missing here. So now that we got going with some changes, let's clear our grid and load some users from a list. So we'll go up to here, grid, clear grid. You can also hit Control-D or use the icon over here to clear the grid. So now we have no users, and let's get our users that we want to disable or make sure that are disabled. We have a list here in Documents of 3 usernames. And we're going to go ahead and take those usernames and paste them into this users from list. And click OK. Here's our 3 users. Now again, you might have a large organization, you might have hundreds of users or thousands. It'll all work the same. You can disable or enable just with the click of a button for all these users. So you click enable, all of a sudden those 3 users are enabled. They're good to go. We can also move these users, go update, move users, and move them to a correct OU now that they're enabled. Let's say these were 3 users that just got fired and we had to disable them. So we would select those users from the group just like we did, and then click disable. Number of users 3, successful modifications 3. It shows that all of our users were disabled. It shows you icons here for enabled, disabled, and locked. So we see right off the bat that these 3 users, when we initially loaded them, were disabled already. So they're still disabled, the red icons. If their accounts were locked, you'd see a little key on there, I believe. And that's it. So these users are disabled. in the correct OU, and we're done working on them. So we can clear our grid and perform our next operation if we wanted to, or just go ahead and close out. I think in the next video, I'll show you guys how to create some custom CSV queries so you can pull users based on a custom query. Thanks. Have a great day.